guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Deekshita and today is going to be a very requested video. So ever since I started makeup, a lot of people have asked me how to do a basic or a beginner's makeup, and however I've shot it a couple of times but I haven't been able to explain it in detail, and in the past journey I have updated my makeup routine quite a lot. So I thought, why not shoot a YouTube video dedicated to beginner's makeup. So without any further ado, let's get started. So the first step is going to be prepping your skin. To get a very good or a smooth base, you need to have your skin prepped up. Now I've made this mistake of directly applying my makeup without putting in a moisturizer or something, and to be honest, that will clog your pores and it won't look good and the makeup will melt very quickly, and yeah, just don't do that. Initially for a toner I used to go with rose water, but currently I've been using the Dot & Key serum instead. Now it's difficult to spray rose water in winters. Also, this works pretty well for me. It's hyaluronic acid concentrate and yeah, it's very good. Moving on to the next step is going to be an eye cream and a moisturizer. Now I've shared my eye cream preference and my moisturizer. I use the Mamaearth Cucumber Eye Cream and the Plum Green Tea Moisturizer. These are one of the holy grail products, and I don't like switching up my skincare very often because a lot of products don't suit my skin. Once your skin is completely moisturized, you need to move on to the primer. So I have heard a lot of people not using primers, but honestly I cannot do makeup without using a primer, and I follow Nikki tutorials quite a lot, and this is one thing that I hear in a video every time: not to prime is a crime. And I stand by that because I have a lot of pores or a little bit of a rough skin over here, so the primer just smooths out my skin and just, you know, hides all your pores. So you definitely need to use a primer in case you have a textured skin or just have a lot of pores. And even if you don't, trust me, use it and your foundation will lay off much better than what it used to before. So for the primer, I like using the Inside Cosmetics 3-in-1 primer. Now it primes, protects and moisturizes your skin. It is a quite affordable product. I think it retails for 200 to 300 and it lasts quite long. It's 30 ml and it's oil free. Especially for the people who have an oily skin, this is like a holy grail product for you. Now it's silicone based, so a lot of people don't like silicone based primers. However, my preference is to always go for silicone based primers. So I'll be concentrating it over my nose because that's where I have a lot of pores, and over this portion. So this is one of the most textured and porous skin. So I'm going to concentrate it and I'll press it in my skin, not drag it away, because if you press it, that's the only way it will be able to fill your pores. And all the other product that is left, I'll just put it over the rest of my skin. So moving on to the next step is foundation. So I had quite a hit and trial on finding my perfect shade, but finally I found the one which matches my skin perfectly. So I use the Maybelline Fit Me foundation. So when you start off with makeup, one thing is how much foundation you need. So that's a big question, and a lot of people take a lot which is not required for their skin. So I would recommend start with a pump and build up if you need more coverage, because I have a lot of texture and marks over my skin, right? So I need a little bit more than someone else who doesn't have texture on their skin. So if you take 2 or 3 pumps following an influencer, it might not be the perfect amount for you. So start off with a little amount and you can build up later on. However, if you take a lot of amount in starting, it wouldn't look. So I prefer a beauty blender, and make sure your beauty blender is damp beforehand. Now damp doesn't mean that if you press it the water will be dripping out, but you can feel that there's something, it's wet. Now why you need a beauty blender to be damp is because if it's not, it is going to soak the foundation. That's not what we want. We want it to blend the foundation. So I'm just gonna dip my blender in the foundation and I'll start blending it over here. So in order to get the best coverage, you should start with the areas that you think need most coverage. Like I need my coverage more over here. So I'll start blending with this portion and I'll move on to the other like this. And you need to dab your blender, not do this, which I used to do. So I do regret doing that, but don't do that. Now since we've hydrated our skin pretty well and we also have a primer under our skin, it is blending flawlessly and you don't have to struggle or just on your skin quite a lot. This is what I used to struggle with, and if you think the foundation is a little lighter, it is matching my chest perfectly, matching my neck perfectly, and this foundation gets a little bit oxidized. So by the time I'll finish applying it, it will be oxidized and fully matching my neck, which is what we need. Don't forget your forehead, your hairline, your ears, and in case you think that the foundation is not exactly your match, do not miss your neck. And your ears, please. Do not miss your ears, because your ears should be of the same color, dude. If they show up and if they're darker or they're lighter than your skin tone, which is appearing on your face, that's not gonna look good. So the next step is going to be concealer. Now for concealers, I have switched a lot of concealers with time. I tried the Maybelline Age Divine, I've tried the Maybelline Fit Me concealer, and but the one concealer which has worked the best for me is going to be the LA Girl Pro Concealer. Now I know it's a holy grail concealer for a lot of people, and it is worth the price. It is a little pricier in comparison to Maybelline, but it does wonders. So you should definitely check that concealer out. If I have to recommend one thing out of my entire base, I would recommend this concealer. Also, people tend to make that big inverted triangle. You don't need that much of concealer under your eyes. This is enough. So once I've just brushed it over my under eyes, I'll use the third finger and I'll just blend it in. So I'll use the same concealer brush. I'll take some powder over here and I'll just dab it under my eyes. So I'll just set my eyes this way. I don't like to bake heavily. I used to do that, but then I used to look like a white bhutni, so I'm not gonna do that. Now I'll use my blender. Now remember, the blender is still wet. So if it's a wet blender, it definitely sets your skin better. That's what I have observed. So I'll just use the blender and the powder and just set my face. So I'm going to complete my base first and then move on to my eyebrows and my eyes. So for my contour and blush, I'll use this palette, Sugar Contour Deep Force Face Palette in the shade Vivid Victory. So this is what the contour looks like. I've hit pan on it. Now in order to contour, again, people get confused. You don't have to directly contour your cheekbone or under your cheekbone. You have to provide a depth. So what you'll do is, you'll start from the top of the ear. So when you start from the top of the ear to the mouth, this is the portion. Basically you can see a depth here, right? When you smile, you can see this depth. Or when you do this. So you need to go a little upward in order to make your face look more uplifted. If you start from the exact that very point, or if you start from a little below that point, you're definitely gonna miss the exact place to contour. So start from a little bit here and just move your brush in that line. Now you can instantly see a line. This is the depth we need to create from contour to make your face look more structured. Similarly, in order to make my jawline structured, now you can see the jawline here, right? So I need to create a shadow underneath the jawline so that it looks sharper. So you don't have to contour over here, you have to contour here. So once you've done that, now there's a shadow, you've created a shadow over here, so instantly your jawline would look more defined than normal. In order to make your face look uplifted, you can start your blush right over here and concentrate over here. However, I don't like doing that. I don't like doing that. I like making my face look full pinky, rosy. So I'll put on quite a lot of blush. You can obviously reduce the amount. And so as you can see, my eyebrows are very bushy, but there's a little lack of definition over here. So that's all I do. I don't fill in my eyebrows crazy like I used to do. So when I did this tutorial for the very first time, that was I think in March 2020. Oh no. I can literally play the sound. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. That's how my brows used to look like. They used to look like super thick and weird. I don't do that anymore. I go very severe with my brows. So I'll just brush up my brows and see where I need filling. Once I've done that, now you can see I have this portion, but there is a little lack of the arch. So I'll make an arch over here. I'll add a little definition over here. Similarly on the other side, I'll again brush it up. And you can see only this is the portion that's lacking definition, nothing else. So that's all you're gonna fill. Get a little bit of a darker color because as you can see my eyebrows are darker. So I'll just use this and define the boundaries. So this is instantly filled up and my brows look very defined. This is all I do with my brows. I used to go quite overboard initially, but now I've found a good common ground with my brows and I'm happy that I've done that. So for eyeshadow, what you can do is you can use your contour and your highlighter, and that's what I'm going to show you here. So for eyeshadow, all you need is a brown tone to create a depth on your eyes and a little shimmer to just bring it up quite a lot. So to look forward, and you need to, create a depth over this line. This is your crease, right? So there should be like a shadow to make your eyes look more defined. You can see an instant depth, like that's not how it looks on my other eye, but it does over here. You need something more blingier than this, but still subtle. You can go for a highlighter and just use it in the lid, not on your crease, just in the lid, and use your finger because that's gonna make the highlighter shine brighter and just more effective than the brush. So first of all, I'll put on some kajal. Extend a line over here with your upper eyelid a bit. So what I do is I'll take this brush. Now since it has a very flat type, I'm just gonna smoke out my kajal like this, and it creates a perfect wing, as you can see, and it gives a very beautiful smoky effect to your eyeliner. Now I'll show you what the difference is. You can see my lashes look extremely big now. So this is the step that I love a lot. First is going to be a setting spray. Now what setting spray does is it melts all your products together and makes your skin look more flawless. Like you've used powder and you've used cream products, so it will just melt and make them look like a single layer, and it just looks very, very put together. Like there's suddenly an added glow in my skin. That's what I love about this setting spray. And now your setting spray is still wet, so I'll be using highlighter directly over, and it's going to create a very liquid highlighter, very flawless highlighter effect. So I'm going to use the same highlighter from this palette that we use on our eyes, and you don't have to start from here, you should start from here, right? So you go with this, because if you start from here there will be a very harsh line and it would look fake. So I'll just blend the highlighter with my finger, because again, if you see forward, you shouldn't be seeing a harsh line over here. We're going to use a lipstick. So I am going for a nude pink sort of a lip. Now it's not nude, but this is what I used to call nude lips initially. That's why I used to call it nude, because it's almost exactly my lip tone. That's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. In case you didn't, don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel, and press the bell icon so that you are notified every time I post a new video. And I hope I was able to explain how to do a beginner's makeup. It is very glowy, very glam, but at the same time very easy and very beginner friendly. And yeah, that's it for the video. Thanks for watching.